Hey guys, welcome to the CJack podcast. This is CJack, and today we're going to be doing a WWE Hell in a Cell predictions podcast. After Hell in a Cell airs this Sunday, October. God damn it! I just had it. Hang on, October 8th. That's what I thought. I will do my podcast next week, either breaking down a match or breaking down the pay-per-view. I'll probably do the pay-per-view breakdown just because it seems to be easier than breaking down a match. Breaking down a match, guys, isn't the easiest thing, and it really does. It works better when you have more than one person breaking it down with you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the body of this podcast. And sorry about the yawn, guys. And we get into the breakdowns. First match of the night. I'm gonna say first match of the night. The list I've got. First match on the list is Kevin Owens versus Shane McMahon. For Hell in a Cell match. It is an actual Hell in a Cell match. This match, I think, has got very good potential to become one of the best matches of the night. It's going to be probably one of the most entertaining matches. There has since been a stipulation added this was added this last week on SmackDown, that it is not only a Hell in a Cell match, but a Hell in a Cell Falls Count Anywhere match, which means, guys, that we will most likely see them actually breaking out of the cell and. Oh fuck! Sorry guys, and doing some crazy shit. I'm excited for this match. I think it's got a very, very, very high potential to be very exciting. My prediction is Kevin Owens is going to go over and defeat Shane. But I'm not 100% sure there. I think that would be the smart decision, because then you can have Kevin Owens further go ahead and try to run for a championship, or I think it'll help Kevin Owens' career if Kevin Owens goes over. Next match I got listed here is AJ Styles versus Baron Corbin for the United States Championship. This match has very good potential as well. AJ Styles, no pun intended, but he's a phenomenal competitor and one of the best in-ring workers today, if not the best. And Baron Corbin, I'm a big fan of Baron Corbin. He's a good worker as well. He's sorry about that. He's got the status to be a main eventer, and he's got the potential to really go far in the WWE, and have a big following and have a very successful career. We'll see. We're still yet to see where his career is going and where it's going to take him, but I'm sure that kid's going to go far. My prediction is AJ Styles wins the match and retains his championship, and Baron Corbin goes to the back of the line. Moving on here to the WWE Championship match with Jinder Mahal, who is your WWE Champion, and versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Jinder Mahal versus Shinsuke. This has a potential to be a good match. I'm hoping the Bollywood Boys or Singh Brothers or whatever the hell they're calling themselves now. I'm hoping they don't get involved in the match too much. I know they're going to, but I'm hoping them getting involved in the match doesn't ruin the match, because it just seems like sometimes when they do that, it seems to ruin the match a little bit. I would really like to see these two guys go and really just see what both guys actually bring to the table. I'd like to see Shinsuke Nakamura walk away with the championship, but I'm not sure when the plan for Mahal to drop it is. So my prediction is going to be Jinder Mahal walks away retaining his championship. Thanks. I'm going to say thanks to the help of the Bollywood boys. Still, it's going to be an entertaining match, and I can't wait to see it. I'm excited to see the Jinder Mahal Shinsuke Nakamura match. I love seeing Shinsuke work. I love seeing him come out there and wrestle. And I'm hoping eventually we will see Shinsuke, AJ Styles, and WWE. Very good potential to be very, very, very high potentials for that match. Very, very high. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about all the yawning, guys. I'm fucking tired as hell. Very high potentials, very high expectations for Shinsuke Nakamura AJ Styles match. Not if it happens, when it happens. Moving along to the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship is the New Day, who is your champions, versus the Usos, and this match will also be in Hell in a Cell. It has been said that this will be the final meeting between these two. And guys, every time the Usos and New Day get in that ring together, they kill it. I've got high expectations for this match. I'm sure it's going to be thoroughly entertaining. Very good potential to be one of the best matches of the night. The best matches of the night, I'm going to say, are probably going to be. I'm gonna say New Day versus Usos will be one, and the next best match of the night, I'm gonna go out and say it's most likely going to be Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode, but we'll get to that in a little bit. Now I'm gonna say New Day retains championships, walks away victorious, but then again, not sure. Well, I guess we'll just have to tune in on Sunday and find out for sure, huh? Next up is the women's championship between Natalya and Charlotte. I'm sure this is going to be a very entertaining match. Both women. I will actually be very interested in this match. I am interested in this match, and I'm sure this will probably be a very good match as well. Natalya, she's sorry about that, guys. Natalya, she's a great women's competitor. Arguably one of the best workers for the women's division and in the locker room today. Charlotte Flair, also a second generation wrestler. But both women, they were born into this business. They were bred for this business. And both women are really they're great at what they do, and I'm sure we're going to see a great match come Sunday between these two women. My prediction is Natalya is going to go over and retain the championship, but then again, you never know. They might be using Natalya as a kind of a transition character right now, and give it to Charlotte come Sunday. Guess we'll just have to tune in to find out. I'm moving through this pretty quick, guys. I'm sorry. It's not going to be a very long podcast. I'm kind of moving through this pretty quick. Because I know I'm not even 10 minutes into this thing, and I'm probably already halfway through the match card. I'm sorry about that, guys. I just got to guarantee I give you guys a half an hour, and that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try to stretch this out to a half an hour, and we'll see where it goes. Next match, which I'm very interested in, is the Dolph Ziggler versus Bobby Roode match. Ziggler's been coming out here lately and just kind of dogging all the different gimmicks and all the different entrances, just mocking them. And I think that this match, one of the reasons why I think they put Bobby Roode started this feud with Bobby Roode is because of the simple fact that TNA has been trying to say that Bobby Roode is there on TNA, but he's not. He's in WWE, and I'm sure he's going to stay in WWE for quite a while because he is getting a push like no other, and he is doing a great job with what he's given right now. Bobby Roode, he really is. I don't want to say glorious, but God damn it, I got to say it. I got to say Bobby Roode's glorious. He's good at what he does. I've followed Bobby Roode since TNA days. I've been a fan of Bobby Roode since TNA days. He's good. He's a good in-ring performer. He's good on the mic. He's good all around. Dolph Ziggler is probably one of the most under-credited workers that is in the WWE. He's great at what he does. I'm a huge Dolph Ziggler fan. I always have been. I would really like to see Dolph Ziggler get a main event run again. He's only really had one main event run, and that didn't seem to last very long. I really do want to see Dolph Ziggler get another main event run and get given a gimmick that he can be proud of, and he can really call his own. See, what they need to do is they just need to let Dolph Ziggler be Dolph Ziggler, and he'll get over it in no time. And he, even when he's had, I'm sorry about all the yawning, guys. Even when he's out there working heel, you can really just tell Dolph Ziggler's out there having fun. I'm gonna say I don't know how to call this match. I want to say Ziggler's going to go over, but with the push Bobby Roode's been getting, I'm going to say Bobby Roode goes over. I don't know who's going to go over because I don't know. This is going to be the first match Dolph Ziggler has since starting his new mock gimmick, and Bobby Roode's been getting pushed like no other. So really, it's going to be interesting to see who wins this match and who goes over. But I would like to see Ziggler pick up the win, and just because I think Ziggler's the one that's got something to prove here, not so much Bobby Roode. Moving along to sorry about that. Moving along to Rusev and Randy Orton. This one. This rivalry started back at SummerSlam, I believe. They both have, a quick 10-second victory or so over the other. Hopefully this will be the match that we've been wanting to see, the match that we deserve to see, and hopefully it'll be a good match between these two. And I'm really hoping that at the end of the match, we see Randy Orton do a heel turn. I would love to see Randy Orton do a heel turn at the end of the match. I would like to see Randy Orton go over, win the match, and at the end of the match, just do a heel turn and just either start destroying Rusev or just I don't know, or talking to the crowd, or I just want to see a heel turn for Randy Orton. I want to see Randy Orton become a heel again, and I know Randy Orton wants to become a heel again. So let Randy Orton be a heel. He does a great job at a heel. I'm tired of seeing Randy Orton a babyface. He's tired of being a babyface. Just let him go heel. Randy Orton does such a great job at being a heel. I got to say, he's probably one of the best heels in the company. He does such a great job of being a heel, and I love seeing him as a heel, and he's entertaining as a heel, and I love to hate Randy Orton. I'd hate him being a face. He's a guy I want to hate. I just want to hate him so bad, and the fact that he's a face, I can't hate him as a face, and I just want to hate this guy so bad because he does such a great job at being a heel, and they won't let him do it. So please let Randy Orton become a heel again, for the love of God. He does his best work when he's a heel. Some of his best work has been with Rated RKO, with the Legacy, with Evolution. Some of his best work has been playing a heel. That's just the facts, guys. I'm not knocking Randy. I'm just saying his best work is when he's playing a heel. Now, finally, the last match on this card here is Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin versus the Hype Bros. And this is going to be on the kickoff show. Chad Gable, Shelton Benjamin, I would really like to see. I have a feeling they're going to go over in this match. And hopefully this will be building up to them getting a number one contender spot and facing whoever wins between Usos and New Day later on that night. And hopefully we'll see Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin face the champions sometime soon. Hopefully maybe the next pay-per-view after Hell in a Cell, which I believe is Survivor Series. So maybe at Survivor Series we'll see Gable and Benjamin facing challenging for that WWE Championship, WWE Tag Championship. I would greatly love to see that. I'd be excited to see it, and I think it's something that we can all get behind and we can all love. That's the match card, guys. I ran through it pretty quick, I know. Sorry. All in all, it does seem like it's going to be a very good pay-per-view. I know I kind of was quick about the predictions. I didn't talk about anything super long. But really, guys, there's not a whole lot to talk about as far as these matches go. They pretty much explain themselves. And there's really not one of them that I think is going to be horrible. They've all got potential to be a good match. Whether they will all be a good match or not is questionable. But do they have the potential to be a good match? Yes. It's just what the company will allow them to do and what the company will allow for the viewers to see. They don't want to give everything away because they still got two of the big four coming up. They still got Survivor Series and they still have got WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, and WrestleMania coming up before this season, quote unquote, is coming up. So we'll see what happens. I'm excited. It's a great time to be a wrestling fan. I say that over and over again. And you can catch the kickoff show. Starts live 7:00 Eastern time. No, it's 7:00 Pacific time. Sorry. And it's really, it's going to be a good pay-per-view. You don't want to watch it on the network. Google it. I'm sure you can find it on YouTube or something. You never know where you can find this stuff. People are streaming it for you for free all the time. So if you don't have the network and you don't want to get the network, or if you want to get the network, do it. I don't care. I'm not getting paid for supporting the network. I will say, however, that's the way I watch the network. I watch pay-per-views and I watch everything is the network. I'm one of the sorry saps that pay the $10 a month to watch the pay-per-views and everything else. And overall, I can say I'm pretty happy with the content I get for the cost of the network. I can honestly say I'm satisfied with getting the pay-per-views for just $10, when back in the day I remembered they would easily cost $60-$70 for a pay-per-view, and WrestleMania would cost $70-$75, somewhere around there, especially when it became HD. It was like $85. So really, I'm just fine with paying, for 8 months of just regular pay-per-views. Sometimes they've got really good matches on there, sometimes they don't. But I'm fine with just paying $80 for 8 months, and maybe getting a couple good matches here and there, and just so I can have the WrestleMania and the good pay-per-views like SummerSlam and Survivor Series, Royal Rumble. The big four, those, those pay-per-views alone are normally, if you bought them on cable, they were $60-$70. So I'd rather just spend the $10 a month and get pay-per-views every month plus some other content. That's just the way I do it. You can do it however you want. That's just my choice and the way I decided I wanted to do it. Coming up in later weeks, we are gonna have Mac. We are gonna have Mac on the show. That will probably be not next week, but the week after. Next week, like I said, we will be doing the breakdown after the WWE Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That's all I got for you guys, man. I'm not even a half an hour in. I've got 10 minutes before I'm at the half an hour mark. I'm sorry, guys. So while I have this extra few minutes, let's just talk to you. Let's just do the little CJack's life segment, shall we? So here's kind of what's going on in my life. Right now I'm at my job. I'm tired as fuck. My daughter wasn't at the normal babysitter this week. I was watching her for whatever reason, and my schedule kind of got all screwed up. And last night I worked third shift, guys, and last night I tried staying up. I really did. And next thing I know, I'm watching TV. I close my eyes for just a second. I open them, and the show's over with. And by that point, I'm just like, I gotta go to sleep. So I go to sleep, and I'm thinking, maybe I'll sleep in a little bit or whatever. And I wake up 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, well, shit. This ain't going to work out. I got to be at work tonight. I got to work from 9 to night to 7 in the morning. This ain't going to work out at all. So I'm like, whatever. I'll just try to take a nap during the day. Next thing I know, 2 o'clock's rolling around, and I ain't tried taking a nap yet. So I'm like, well, son of a bitch, I guess I'll set the little alarm on my phone, and I'll try to take a nap. So I did that. I set the alarm, tried laying down, taking a little bit of a nap, just resting, relaxing and stuff like that. I must have laid there for an hour and a half, and it wasn't happening, guys. I wasn't falling asleep for the fucking life of me. So eventually I just said fuck it, got up, packed my lunch, started getting ready, took a shower, all that good shit, and just said, well, I guess I'll just have to pray to God that I can get some monster or something in my system and make it through this night, stumble home tomorrow morning, and crash until I got to get up and do it all over again. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm sitting here kind of tired, trying to stay awake, talking to you guys to help. Right now, that's kind of helping keep me awake. And it's a rough night for me, guys. And I'm sorry, the podcast, it might not be what you normally expect, and it's not quite in depth with all the matches that it could possibly be. I know sometimes I happen to go a little bit more in depth with the matches, but guys, this pay-per-view, a lot of the matches are just self-explanatory, and I can't help that. I really can't help the fact that the matches, they're just there's got to be stuff for me there to there's stuff for me there to promote, for me to get excited about. And while I'm excited about some of these matches, they're self-explanatory, and there's not a lot of build to some of them. I mean, the Kevin Owens and McMahon match, that one's been building for a while. The Dolph Ziggler match has been building for a little while. The Usos and New Day match has been building for a little while. I mean, the Randy Orton-Rusev match has been building a little bit here and there, but it's just not one I'm super, super stoked about. It's got the potential to be a good match. A lot of these matches do, but just some of them, it's just, we'll see what happens. And that's kind of where I'm at with some of them, especially the Jinder Mahal, Shinsuke Nakamura match. it's got potential, but I'm just like, I'll see where it goes. I know Jinder Mahal's been cutting promos on Nakamura left and right, and they've been entertaining. But we'll just see where it goes and see how good the match actually turns out to be, just like we always do. But guys, that's kind of what's going on in my life. I'm sitting here tired, talking to you guys, and just trying to enjoy life. That's really what I'm about right now. Just kind of enjoying life. I do this podcast every week for you guys, and I don't feel like a chore. I do this because I love it. I have decided that once I'm doing something that I used to love, and it starts to feel like it's becoming a chore, or it feels like it's becoming a burden. Excuse me. I'm going to tell you guys, hey, I'm sorry, but I can't do this no more. No matter what it is. Whether I start wrestling, and it happens in wrestling. Whether I do something with music and it starts happening there. With the podcast. If I become a cop, whatever. If I just stop feeling like I love it, I'm going to find something else to do, because a life is too short to do something you hate for your entire life. And I'm a firm believer in that. I hear it all the time. Everybody says, well, my dad did a job he hated for 25 years and blah, 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 and provided for our family, this and that and everything else. But that's just not who I am. I am a firm believer that if you don't enjoy what you're doing, then why the fuck are you doing it? That's how I am. That's how I've always been. I would rather do a job that I enjoy doing, or do something I enjoy doing on a daily basis, and make a little bit less money, than do something I absolutely hate every single day and just get into that mode to where I feel like I'm a robot, where I feel like I don't care, where I just feel like where I just feel numb, to where almost like if I were to die and just drop dead, and it wouldn't really bother me. I don't want to feel like that. So I feel like if I get to a point where I'm not doing something I love, then I'm not going to do it anymore, because I don't want to get to the point where if something feels like a chore to me, and I start hating it, because that's not who I am. That's just how I am. That's how I've always been. And like I said, life's too short just to do something you hate for your entire life. We only get one shot at this thing, and man, I know you hear it a lot. I hear it a lot too, but that's so true. You only get one shot at this thing, and you might as well enjoy it while you're doing it. You might as well enjoy what you're doing while you're alive. Why spend your life doing something you hate every day for money? Who cares about money? Money comes and goes. Money can be made, money can be lost. But memories last forever. And enjoyment lasts forever. Pride, that's something that lasts forever. Knowing you're doing something that makes you feel good, that's something that lasts forever. So if you take anything away from this podcast right here, just remember, life's too short to do something you hate. So that's the podcast, guys. I'm just about ready to hit that 30-minute mark. Promise you guys 30 minutes. I promise you guys 30 minutes of on-demand, hard-cutting audio every single week here on the CJack podcast. You know how we do it. We always do unedited, uncut, unfiltered. And we just let the shit fly and see what happens, as always. So until next time, I am your host, CJack. Catch me on Twitter at only1CJack. Only1, O-N-E, CJack is capitalized. Thank you for tuning in, and you can catch me on YouTube every Wednesday. Until next time, I will catch your ass down the road. Thanks.